What's happening? What's happening, guys? It is Friday, April 15th, 2022. And today we're going to talk a little bit about listening, why listening is so important in today's world, and why I believe it is something that is not done nearly enough in this world. And I think that many of the problems that we have could be solved by us just doing a better job of actually listening to each other in an open and honest way that leads us to understand better, to understand each other better. And what a better topic to talk about as we go into a holiday weekend. And we'll have the opportunity to be around other people and to truly be interested in other people's conversations, thoughts, and ideas. That's what we're going to talk about this morning. Let's get started.
It is ultimately important for you to look at your goals, truly what you want to do in your life, and then look at the people who you spend the most time with in your life and figure out if that lines up.
All right, guys, welcome. It is Good Friday. Happy to be here with you guys this morning. As you guys can probably hear, I lost a little bit of my voice here, but I'm going to try to get through this one this morning and leave you guys with some perspective to go into this holiday weekend. I hope you guys have an amazing Good Friday and an amazing Easter weekend with your families. And I want to talk, as I was thinking this morning, I wanted to talk about the power of listening. You know, we've talked a little bit about it this week with the idea of how to build the best relationships and how to build the best friendships. It is really about, it starts and ends with how good of a listener you are. And, in today's world, I think that, we have a lot of people, whether it be, on the news or the way that things are communicated today, there's so much intake, right? There's so much stuff out there that we start to listen, but not really listen, like not really comprehend what it is that we're taking in, right? We just kind of have things playing in the background. There's so much access to that kind of stuff. And so it's training us the wrong way to, listen, but not to truly listen to understand, but either listen to respond or just surface level listen in the first place. And I think that that's spilling over into lots of conversations, and it's leading us to a lot of misunderstandings in the world. And, I wanted to talk about this morning because of the holiday weekend coming up, and, the ability that we all have, the opportunity that we all have to be around, people this weekend, and just how important it is to have conversations with people and to genuinely listen to what people have to say. And, to have conversations that you are truly interested in what other people are doing, what other people are seeing in the world, the interactions that people are having and what they see and, why, and asking great questions, really to try and understand each other. And I think, in this world that we live in today, it is so easy to shut people off, to run to whatever side of the coin you choose to be on, and to find those people that agree with you and only have conversations with those people and only want to be involved in those types of conversations because of the threat of conflict or whatever it is. But to me, over the past 5 years especially, I have made a commitment to talking to people that have a completely different opinion than I do. And the education that I have gained through having those types of conversations, being willing to sit in those conversations with people that have different views, have different opinions than I do, has made me look at things so much differently and be able to relate to people in instances where, previously in my life, I wouldn't have been able to. And so I encourage all of you guys to think about that as you go into this weekend, as you go into this holiday weekend, being willing to, and this takes a lot of discipline. It takes a lot of awareness to be able to have those conversations with people because there's a high likelihood if you handle these conversations wrong that there's significant conflict. And when you're in a family type environment, a lot of people shy away from this because they don't want that conflict. However, if you are a great listener and you are genuinely curious about what someone else's thoughts are and how those thoughts became the thoughts that they have, and you really are genuinely interested in what they have to say, the likelihood of that becoming a heated disagreement is almost nothing, right? It's all on how you behave in that scenario that's going to allow that situation to become negative or positive, right? And so I challenge you guys to try and do this weekend. As you navigate this weekend, maybe everybody that you'll be hanging out with believes the same things and looks through the same lens and kind of sees the world the same. But if they don't, don't shy away from those conversations. It's not about like starting disagreements or arguments, but genuinely be interested and listen to someone else's opinion, because listening is learning. We don't learn when we're speaking. We learn when we're listening. And so this weekend, as we gather together with our family, with our friends, with all the people that we care about, it is an incredible opportunity for all of us to learn a lot about those people that might think differently, a lot about, how they're viewing things and why they're viewing things the way that they are. And I believe that if you guys do that, you'll walk away from this weekend looking at the world a lot different, really probably understanding, even if you still disagree with somebody, understanding their position a lot better. And so it comes down to, how good of a listener are you? That's the first question. Are you a great listener, or are you, an average at best listener that probably needs some practice? And so I challenge you guys this weekend to do that, to, have some conversations. It's not about throwing everything controversial out at the Easter dinner table or anything like that. But it is about, being open to those conversations of the things that are going on in the world, that hopefully as we have these conversations, we learn to be better listeners. Hopefully we start to understand each other better. And there's nothing wrong with, finding ways to at least understand, even if you disagree. So that's probably all the voice that I have for this morning. So I'm going to get off of here, but I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. Today is Friday. It is Good Friday. Some people are working, some people aren't. As I always say, and especially on Good Friday, go out like a lion, whatever that means for you today. Go out like a lion. Don't go out like a mouse. Make sure that this week 2, end of week, the full week 2 of April is one that you can remember. So play to the whistle today, guys. I love you guys. Thank you for being here this morning. And I will see you again Monday morning, same place, same time, right here on Morning Perspective. Love you guys. See you soon.
It is ultimately important for you to look at your goals, truly what you want to do in your life, and then look at the people who you spend the most time with in your life and figure out if that lines up.